Okay. So today we are going to start our regular sessions. So first we are going to start about Python. So up to first 1 month, 1.5 month, only Python programming we are going to discuss. And after programming language, we'll go for other modules. So basically, our Python is divided into two parts. First one is core Python and the second one is advanced Python. When it comes to core Python, here completely basics, like a basic Python. So what about installation and how to write the logics, how to write the conditions like this. Whatever basics are required, all the basics will cover under core Python. And once the basics are finished, then we are going to focus on few advanced concepts. For this, we are going to discuss advanced Python. So about the course and the course structure and the modules information, we had a discussion in our last session clearly. So if anybody required, just contact with our admin team. They will give you the recorded video so that you will find the clarity. And today we are going to start our Python basics, nothing but core Python. So in core Python, we are going to discuss first one, installation of the Python, and the second one is about Python features, and after that, variable concept. So these are the concepts we are going to discuss today. So first thing, how to install Python. So Python is an open source, nothing but free software. So Python have official website python.org. From this python.org website, with two simple clicks, we can download and we can finish the installation process as well. So we'll see. So first go to online and enter Python download. So here is the Python official website. Just click on it. And here directly they will show you download option. Currently I am using Windows device. That's why they are showing Windows version only. If you are using Linux or some other OS, here only we have other links. Just to click on Linux or Unix, and these are the different type of files are available. So currently I am working with Windows OS. Directly click on download button here. So see, download process started and download process finished. So just click on downloaded file. And here they will show you two options. First one is installation and the second one is customize installation. So always we have to go with the regular installation. And before going to click on installation, in the bottom, we will find the one checkbox. Just click on it and click on install now. So now setup under progress. Here it may take around some 1 minute of time to complete this entire process. We'll wait for this. So here process done and close. This is about installation. And after installation, how to open Python software, where we have to write the programs. For this, go to search and here enter IDLE. So after installation of Python in Windows device, Python will provide IDLE. So IDLE is nothing but integrated development and learning environment. So by using this IDLE, we are going to run our Python programs. So just click on IDLE here. So IDLE open. So this is about how to open Python software. And after that, where we have to write our programs. Once we open IDLE, on the screen they will display Python version number also. Currently Python 3 is the latest version. So directly here you can write your programs. For example, I'm going to mention some welcome statement. But enter here, immediately statement executed and they are showing some output. But to develop any type of logic, we have to write multiple lines of code. But here only they are allowing us to write only single line. But where we have to write multiple lines of code, for this, create one new file. So go to file and a new file, and inside of the file, I'm going to write my code. For example, I have mentioned welcome statement. After that, save this file. For example, on desktop, I'm going to save. And first of all, enter your file name. For example, my file name is day. Dot py we have to enter. To save Python files, end of the file name, compulsory we have to enter .py. .py is the Python file extension. Based on technology, extension may vary. So just click on save. Now see here. See here, Python day file has been created. Now, if you want to edit or if you want to check the output, just right click on the file. Here we'll find the option edit with IDLE. So again, we are into editable mode. Now, whatever changes you want to perform, you can perform here. After that, go to run and click on run module. So see, in our program, no errors. That's why directly they are showing output. In case, if we have some syntax errors are there. So save and run now. See here, they are showing syntax error. So like this, we are going to install Python. We can create a Python file and we can execute a file. So every time, instead of click on run module, you can press F5 or Control plus F5 or Shift to F5 also, no problem. From these three options in your keyboard, you can press any key, your file will run automatically. So this is about Python installation and how to create a file and how to run a file. Next one. So what are the features of the Python? Already in a demo also we discussed a couple of features about the Python. The same thing we are going to repeat once again. So the first Python feature is Python is general purpose high level programming language. High level programming language. Nothing but by using Python programming, we can develop basic level to advanced level, small scale to large scale, any type of applications also we can develop with the help of Python. And the second feature is Python is open source. Open source nothing but Python is a free software. No need to purchase anything from Python official website. We can download the Python software. We can use in any device, any specific configuration also, no problem. No need to maintain particular configuration of your device. Even basic dual core device also enough to work with Python programming. And the third feature is Python is platform independent. Python is platform independent. So what is platform independent? For example, my program is ready. This is just to consider one Python program. So if you want to check the output or result, we have to run this program. To run this program, which platform we are using currently? We are using IDLE. But in our device, we have command prompt also. By using command prompt also, we can execute. Or in online, some third-party platforms are there, like Jupyter Notebook or PyCharm or Sublime, Visual Studio. Like this, we have number of platforms are there. To run your Python file, you can use any type of platform also, no issues. That's why here Python is considered as platform independent. So we can use any platform to run your Python programs. Everybody will return the same output. In our course, all the platforms we are going to cover. Currently, we are into starting level. That's why basic one is the IDLE. We are going to use IDLE from now. So this is about platform independent. And the next one is Python, also called interpreted programming language. Python also called interpreted programming language. So what is interpreter? So generally, when it comes to other programming languages, once a program is ready, first we have to compile the program. We have to compile the program, and after that we are going to execute. So this is about other programming, other platforms only. But when it comes to Python, both steps will be performed at a time. Once program is done, just click on run, automatically they will perform both steps at a time. But who will perform both steps at a time? In the back end, we have interpreter. This interpreter going to execute both steps at a time. For example, after the program, if we have errors, directly they will display errors. Otherwise, directly they will display output only. So just now we have executed. So if there is no error, directly they are showing output. If we have errors, here only they are showing the error information. So like this, we can say Python is interpreted programming language. And the next feature is Python is easy to learn compared to other programming languages. Nothing but, for example, I want to go with some Java programming. If we want to go with Java programming, compulsory we need C programming or any coding knowledge, minimum programming knowledge is required. But when it comes to Python, here from scratch, we are going to start here. And at the same way, compared to other programming languages, Python is easy to learn. Why? Because in every programming languages, we have syntax. Syntax nothing but structure or format. So in programming languages, to develop particular logic, compulsory we have to follow the syntaxes. So compared to other programming languages, in Python, we have easy and simplified syntaxes are there. So when we observe the other programming language, so every time we are mentioning some int a equal to 100, after that this type of curly braces etc. we are using. But when it comes to Python, no need to use this type of code because this is completely different format and Python is different format. That's why compared to other programming languages, very easy to learn. So these are the features of our Python programming, and this is about installation process and how to create Python file and how to execute the file. Now we are going to start our first concept in core Python, variable. So what is a variable? So variable nothing but we can store data or values. So in programming languages, compulsory we have to use variable concept. By using a variable, we can store values or data. So why we have to store values or data? Nothing but to perform any operation or any task, compulsory we need some data. Without data or without values, no operation, no task possible. That's why in programming languages, compulsory we have to use variable concept. For example, in mathematics, I want to perform addition operation. First number plus second number we have mentioned. So see here, without 1 and 3, is it possible to perform addition operation? Not possible. The same scenario in programming language also, we need values or data in the form of variable. We are going to store values or data. And how to create the variable? What is the syntax of the variable? So what is the syntax? Nothing but structure or format. So variable syntax is variable name equal to value. Variable syntax is variable name equal to value. So here variable name we can use any valid character or any valid name we can use. For example, a equal to 10, some b equal to minus 20, and c equal to high, and d equal to true. So like this, we can use any type of variable name, no issues. The only thing is variable name should be meaningful and more relevant to your application. And the second one, right side see here 10 minus 20 high and true. These all are values because observe the syntax. Right side elements are the values, left side elements are the variable names only. So in a variable, we can store all kinds of valid data. All kinds of data, nothing but total how many kinds of data available? Generally, we have numbers, some kind of data. And next one is alphabets also kind of data. And next one, different type of words. And after that, Boolean values. These are the 4 different kinds of data available. But we are into professional programming language. That's why we can't say alphabets and words. Here, numbers are called digits or integers. Digits are integers. Alphabets are called characters. And the words are nothing but strings. And Boolean values nothing but true and false. So these are the kinds of data available in our Python programming. So see here, in a variable, we can store digits or integers and characters, strings, and Boolean values. So these are the different kinds of data available. And always your variable name should be any valid character or any valid string, no issues. For example, x equal to 100. So x is one valid character only. And next one, name equal to Ravi. So here name is one string, nothing but one word, valid one only, right? So like this, when we are trying to create any type of variable, always variable name should be more meaningful and valid as well. So we'll write few examples. So open IDLE, and here I'm going to write one variable. For example, a equal to 100, and save the changes and execute here. See, there is no error. In case if we have a program, they will try to display output. But here I have one variable. I want to display this variable on the screen. Then how to print the variable? If you want to print any type of statements on the screen, statements nothing but anything, any values on the screen, we have to use one method called print method. If we want to print any statements on the screen, we have to use print method. When I'm saying a method, compulsory end of the name, we have to enter normal brackets or parentheses. So here, by using this print method, we are going to print statements on the screen. For example, when user open my application, on the screen I want to display welcome to Python class. So inside of the print, mention welcome to Python class. But here, welcome to Python class is like a string, right? In programming languages, to write a string or character, compulsory starting and ending, we have to enter single quotes or double quotes. And here, welcome to Python class is a string. That's why I have entered single quotes. If you are starting with single quotes, you have to end with the same only. And execute now. See, on the screen, they are showing welcome to Python class. The same process, I have a variable a equal to 100. I want to print my variable on the screen. For this, use a print method, print of, to print 100. 100 is the value. To print 100, what is the variable name? Variable name is a. So print of a. So execute now. See, they are displaying variable value on the screen. But here I have a query. Sir, you said for characters and strings, starting and ending, we have to add single quotes or double quotes. But just now we have mentioned the variable without any quotes. Yes, compulsory we have to enter single quotes or double quotes. But in this example, A is the variable name. To print variables, no need to add anything. In case, if I am going to add single quotes for this A, execute now, they are displaying A as it is. So in between quotes, you can write anything, they will display as it is on the screen. In case if you are not adding, so that they will consider as a variable. Is there any variable on the name of A? Yes, we have A equal to 100. That's why they return 100 on the screen. So this is about the process, how to print values on the screen and how to store the values or data. Now we have a clarity about variable and print method. So we'll write our first program. My first program, for example, sum of two numbers, nothing but addition program I want to write. Generally, to write addition program, minimum two numbers are required. So see here, two values. My first value, a equal to 10, and the second value, b equal to 20. After that, for addition, expression is a plus b. and execute now. See here, no output, no errors. So program executed, but why they are not displaying the output? Why? Because is there any print method is available? No. So here a plus b is the result. I want to print a plus b on the screen. For this entire a plus b statement, we are adding inside of the print method. So print of a plus b. Now execute here. See, 30 they are displaying. So this is only basic addition program. So here I am not using any type of semicolons or curly braces, int or float. No need to use. Python is completely different compared to other programming languages. So this is about variable concept and print method. And next one. So when we are trying to create a variable, we have to follow few rules and regulations. Because in programming languages, syntaxes are very, very important. So that's why from scratch onwards, we should know that. So here, when we are trying to create a variable, in a variable name, try to avoid the special characters. In the left side, in your variable name, try to avoid special characters. For example, equal to 10. So this is invalid only because here is the special character. And the second one is try to avoid spaces in your variable name. For example, emp space name equal to Ravi I have mentioned. So for us, it is a valid, but when it comes to variable syntax, it is invalid. Why? Because in between employee and name, they have some space, but I don't want to provide this space, just to remove it. In case if a space required, compulsory we have to enter single underscore, employee underscore name equal to Ravi. So in a variable name, if we want space with symbol, we have to use underscore symbol. And the third one is about try to avoid the numbers. Try to avoid the numbers starting of your variable name. For example, 1, 2, 3, a equal to 300. So this is invalid variable format. So these are the rules we have to remember. So try to avoid numbers in your variable name starting. Second one, try to avoid spaces and avoid special characters as well. And after that, for example, I have joined in one company. So here we are developing one employee related application. So here our target is we have to display employee name, employee ID and salary and designation we have to display. So for this purpose, one developer created few variables a equal to next to b, after that c, and next one is about d. So like this, he created total 4 different variables. And another developer also going to create few variables. E name equal to Ravi and EID 1001 and E salary 90,000 and E designation, for example, lead. So just to compare the first one and the second one, which one is more meaningful and more relevant to your application? Even first one, second one, both are correct only. But compared to first one, second one is more easy to understand compared to first one. And the second one is, it is more relevant to your application. So for example, C equal to 90,000. What is 90,000? Your salary or your bonus? We don't know exactly. So when it comes to here, E salary, here we have a clarity. So not only e-salary, you can write e-salary full name or employee salary also correct only. But try to use some meaningful and professional names for your variable. And this is about our variable concept. And now observe one more example. So here I have one statement, print out welcome Mr. Ravi. I have mentioned some statement. So here only we have one variable name equal to Ravi also. So execute here, generally they will display welcome to Mr. Ravi as it is. But I don't want to write Ravi manually in this string. Already I have a variable. I want to include this variable in below sentence. So instead of writing manually, I'm going to write my variable name here. Whatever value we have for this variable, they will display on the screen. So if you want to add any variable in a string, compulsory, we have to enter comma, starting, ending, try to enter comma, because we have to differentiate the normal string and variable. So welcome Mr. comma. Here I am going to mention my variable name. Already, already we know that to print the variables, no need to enter any codes. So here I have entered my variable name as it is. Now execute here. Welcome Mr. Instead of name, they replaced with Ravi. So for example, here we forgot to add the comma. So save and execute. See here they are showing syntax error. So compulsory we have to enter the comma. And now after the name, again I want to continue with some other string. So for this, again enter the comma. For example, good evening. I just to mention the statement like this. Now execute here. Welcome Mr. Instead of name, they replace it with Ravi. After that, your remaining string will be displayed. Good evening. So this is about the concept how we are going to include a variable inside of the string concept. So this is about print method and variable concept. And the next one is about here concatenation. Concatenation. So these all are basics. So first 3 to 4 days only theory part basic will be there. There is no programming. So concatenation. So what is concatenation? Concatenation is nothing but adding two strings. Concatenation is the process of adding two strings. So here, for example, I have two integers. If we are adding nothing but addition operation will be performed. The same process, if we are adding two strings, this process is called concatenation. So see here, A equal to 10 and 20. After that, I'm going to mention A plus B. So now which operation performed? Addition operation performed. Same process. Some P equal to hi and Q equal to hello. If we try to perform P plus Q, now execute here, they are showing hi, hello. So here hi and hello both are two different strings, but we have added both strings here. That's why they are displaying result is hi, hello. So this whole process is called concatenation. So compulsory we should have idea about what is the difference between normal addition and concatenation. Addition nothing but adding two integers. Concatenation nothing but adding two strings. For example, Here I have one in string and one integer. So then what happened? See, simply they are showing type error can only concatenate strings, not integers. So if you want to perform concatenation, compulsory both data types are should be strings only, or otherwise both are should be integers. They will perform sum operation, addition operation. If one integer, one sum, invalid data type. So this is about concatenation. In some interviews also for freshers you may face when concatenation is possible. If we have both data types or strings, concatenation possible. If we have both data types or integers, addition operation will be performed. This is the difference between concatenation and addition operation here. So these are the today's session. So see here, today what are the concepts we discussed? First one is how to install Python, and the second one, Python features, and after that, Python variable concept. Not only in Python, in any programming language also, day one compulsory we have to discuss variable concept only. Okay, so after this session, I will share you the class recording video with the theory material document to your email IDs. Check once. So first 2 to 3 days, there is no programming, only theoretical part like this. After the basics, we'll start the programming. Okay.